Last 2 years, I uploaded some ridiculous amount of content to YouTube, and it's got to be less now because I'm caught in this. But I'm at an interesting point right now where I want to break this. I'm going to break this. But right now, I can really do maybe one video per week. So I got to make it count. It's always good to get out because it's the people that you see, that you interact with, your friends. You know, that's what really gives you that great recall in life. You know, hanging out with your friends, the surprises that you get with digging. That's where I'm at right now. I'm a bit lost, but, you know, what is art again? It's that honest direction that you choose to take where you attempt to find yourself.
Sometimes I listen to myself talk, and I could just hear my students saying, just teach the lesson.
You know, if I drive long enough, you're going to see all sorts of junk on the side of the road. Here we go. Look over there. You see that blue bag?
That is what the archaeologists and the treasure hunters want in the future.
I mean, you're not going to be, that's not a bag, that's like a blanket or something. You're not going to be able to get that with a metal detector. But right now, those pieces of garbage, they mean nothing. They're garbage. They're eyesores. But you take this a generation later, oh, you better believe people are going to be digging up the sides of the roads where you can dig. That is concrete. It's a little bit more difficult and it gets picked up. But in those nooks and crannies, you know, just like finding the stuff in the caves.
Wait, what? What? In the caves?
We're going to be studying this garbage, these remnants that we're leaving behind right now. Maybe somebody gets frustrated being in this soup, throws their cup out the window.
By 2100, everyone will want that Dunkin' Donuts cup.
Or a piece of aluminum foil. And picture that. Somebody's going to be geeking out. I got early 21st century aluminum foil. How funny is that? But that's the truth. And all this soup that I am navigating through right now, that's part of the story. And really, that's why the objects that we find are so fascinating.
I get it. So what you're saying is there was somebody running to work 200 years ago, and they dropped a thimble, and when we pick it up, we're able to connect to the past. What the hell are you talking about? Are you crazy? Oh.
There are parts of life that have been dropped, that have been put in the sarcophagus of the dirt, that as metal detectorists, we find, we uncover, we research, and we figure out parts of the picture of, at the very least, the history of the land and the people that were there before us.
That's deep.
I recently saw in the news that there was a new cave that was found, and new DNA from very early humans was found. That's a different type of history detecting than what I do, but it sure as heck is history detecting.
What the hell was I getting at?
If you're just tuning in, I've been caught in this soup. 5 hours of commuting per day for 20 years. And the gravity keeps pulling me back to mostly the Bronx.
And when you're caught in this madness, you dream of digging. Almost time to dig. And you rant about the logic of double buses in an old street grid.
Yeah, this guy was trying to go, and he had the green light, but double buses. It's like 4 buses in a row with like an accordion in the middle. Look at this accordion crap. Yeah, let's double it up in the old street grid. Sweet mother of pearl. Like, who designs that? That's like terrible design. Oh, look, there's another double bus ruining somebody else's day over there. This is craziness. Crazy. And this is just to get on the highway.
I swear this is a metal detecting video.
Do you see that stupid bus? It's a double bus. Double bus. These do not belong in the traffic grid, the old traffic grid of New York. Because what is this double... Oh, look, there's two double buses. What is this two double buses going to do? It's going to block the box. You block the box, there's going to be consequences. It's going to create a traffic jam in multiple directions. Ooh, but I have a chance to go and cut people off, so I'm going to go. Hi, everybody.
And by the time that evening came, I got like 2 hours of sleep, and I was so ready to go digging.
Let me tell you, this is madness. I've been caught in a gray cubicle. A gray cubicle.
Yeah, look at the background here. I've got this great, phenomenal gray cubicle at work.
So it makes sense that it's the weekend now. It's 3:29 a.m. and all these people are sleeping. My family, you know. And I need to dig. Let's go dig. We're going to the beach. I miss the beach. Let's go to the beach.
Listen carefully. Nobody has to worry about me here. I'm strong enough to navigate the craziness of my commute. I've been doing it 20 years, and the gray cubicle, I actually have two. I've got, my car is another gray cubicle. I could manage that, but I'm so thankful for metal detecting. That is a big point here, because that is it's my stress release activity. I know that there's people with more of a challenging story than me, but this is where I'm honestly at right now.
Now the essential question is, which beach? And this time of year, it's October right now, early October, mid-October, whatever. Okay, make a sentence, Merrill. Basically, beaches and the nature of push-in is like growing a garden. It doesn't happen all of a sudden. It's not like you plant a seed and poof, you've got an apple tree. No, not exactly. Stuff gets dropped, usually in the water, when people are in the water, changing their pockets, or rings on their fingers, stuff that falls off. This stuff just has a knack of falling off in the water. And you get these events, storms, big waves that happen, and whatever the causation is for that. And objects slowly, sometimes quickly, get pushed in on a beach. But then comes Mr. or Mrs. Detectorist, and they scoop that up. And sometimes there's stuff left behind. And I'm going to obviously try to get that tonight, but I might have to be willing to move around a little bit. You know, if it's not happening at one beach, go to the next.
But like, Merrill, how do you know when these push-in events happen?
Well, it's simple. Just follow current events.
Now, we're 9 minutes in on this video. Before we started to metal detect, I went a little bit overboard with the talk, I know. But I'm telling you, if you're sticking around from this point, you are in for a good lesson. And if you like to see good stuff pulled, a treat. So stick around and watch. And the main theme right here is you gotta move.
All right, time to go. All right, so this is what I'm noticing. It's low tide right now. Got a very quiet beach, got a very firmly packed beach also. It doesn't seem to be that we are down, that the sand is down in the low, meaning that it's been washed away. You know, there's a compacted shell layer under this beach. And let's see, if I dig into this, if I'm seeing a lot of shells, we're at a bottom. But no, that's not the case.
I can't speak for other areas of the country or the world, but if you're in my neck of the woods, New York, and you're looking to see how far down you are on a beach, there is a compacted shell layer where you see all sorts of broken shells, and it's very tough for your digging tool to break through that layer. Think about what happens. If you have sand and you have stuff that has been pushed in and moved and such, you are going to have different layers on where coins are deposited. The wind can come in more so further back on the beach. And a phenomenon that I've observed is these coins, which are at first at different layers, when the sand blows, it puts them down to that same layer. To a lesser extent, the same can be done with water, but especially far back on the beach. You want to see how close you are to that shell layer. If you're anywhere remotely close, you're going to see more and more of these crushed shells happening. That's a sign that I definitely look for.
This is all sand. Yeah, so doesn't seem like the beach is very low right now.
And despite my excitement that night and my willingness to move around, it didn't start out too well. Let's not waste your life. Let's summarize junk, junk, more junk, even more junk. Let's see. Yep, even more junk. Oh, we have a pentagon, no, that's a pentagon. A rectangle. We're finding great shapes. This is phenomenal. Oh, it's one of those trigger thingies. Oh, and Zinkin's greatest coin ever. And then there is quarter cameo, another quarter cameo. That helps with gas money. And we got this old hinge thing. And whatever the heck this is.
So there's nothing here in this exact spot. But again, I'm on the south shore of Long Island. We're going to walk to the next beach.
There are some people that will tell you go super, super slowly on the beach. I have tried that, and I hope I have proven that I know how to pull deep signals. Depth is kind of irrelevant at a beach if you think about it. I mean, I've pulled coins that were minted the same year, a foot down, and I have found silver coins, which the last year of mintage in America of silver coins was 1964, pulled pretty much on the surface. The beach mixes it up. And really, I'm trying to triage the way that I'm looking and what I'm looking for. I'm not really interested in those super deep signals because why? They could be modern coins. What I essentially want to find is a patch.
I never regret the nights that I go detecting and find nothing. You know, it's never a case of, well, you should have slept. Because you need to detect. If you're a detectorist, you need to detect. It keeps you sane and it makes life better. So that's the case here. But on to the next. Video's not over. Let's see. Yeah, this is what I prefer not to have for breakfast. But you know what? We find a ring. We could do Taco Bell or Arby's. So that would be better.
So it was on to the next beach. And it really was not too much better, to tell you the truth. There have been times that I have stayed at a beach where it was just giving nothing. And I've said to myself, if you look hard enough, if you listen, if you swing slow enough, you'll find something. I did indeed find something. I always find something, no matter what beach it is, no matter what the conditions are. But we're trying to be logical here. Isn't it smarter to move on to the next beach instead of fight the conditions that are a given in this case? To me, nowadays, talking to the guy who has been detecting for 9 years instead of the rookie detectorist, move on to the next beach. Check all sections. I say in my tutorial, V shapes, high tide line, down to the water. If that's not working, on to the next beach.
Yeah, I'm desperate for a signal. I've been walking around like 20 minutes, nothing.
Let's summarize our finds. Zinkin, and dime.
I know I'm going to get a lot of people yelling at me in the comments like, you didn't look at that beach thoroughly enough. No, I totally disagree. No, if it's not there, if you are moving around at a reasonable pace, if your swing is covering, I'm not talking about wild swing where it barely covers the ground. My swing covers the ground and I'm getting nothing. I've tried high, I've tried low. Move on, for the love of God, move on. Another beach, another time. That's okay.
Video not over.
Oh, if at 12th you don't succeed, try again. We want to find something good, but you know what? I'm not going to let that affect my overall happiness. It's metal detecting, and I sometimes get carried away.
It's usually the parks department that carries me away.
And that was another reason for my break before. I find a way to drive myself crazy, but again, when you're an intelligent person, you can steer yourself away from that. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I love the process of metal detecting. It cleanses my soul. And we're going to keep it honest, and we're going to just focus on the joy. Of course, it would be nice if something good happens, but we just keep digging and we hope. And we inference, and we're stubborn, but in a good way. That's the point. Anywho, we're off to the beach again, and let's see what we get.
And just like that, we walked into a patch, a beach that has signals upon signals upon signals.
Okay, walked onto a beach with a bunch of signals. Alright, got a dime. Alright, I got a good location, so we're gonna go fast and furious here. We got another dime. Nickel. Another nickel. Alright, good location. Look at this patina here. This has been in the water for a while. And I've been here for like 5 minutes. We got tons of signals. Let's go. Another nickel. Dimmy. Not only are there a ton of signals, there's a ton of midtones here. So nobody has been here in quite a while. It's a quarter. So for anyone new to metal detecting, this right in this range, 13 most likely is going to be a nickel, but that's in the gold range. So most of the time you're going to be pulling nickels. Signals everywhere. Jeez. Most of the time it's nickels, but you could have a nice surprise. I think I saw something. Yep, another nickel. Now it's these low ones that are even better. That sounds small. Could be a piece of sea junk. Or actually double signal. Nope. We got it. Oh, here we go. We are on the board.
Sushi. Has been unlocked.
We are on the board.
I didn't know it at the time, but that is solid 14 karat gold. It was once part of a necklace.
And you get a bunch of these beauties too. I'm being sarcastic. Zinc penny. Mid-tones everywhere. Another nickel. And the quarters mixed in, that's how your equipment pays for itself. It's a quarter. It's the really odd signals and jumpy ones that have become my favorites. I mean, that could be a bottle cap, also could be a zinc penny, but you dig and you see. Yep, zinc penny. Quarter that's been in there for a long time. This is what I would call an intriguing signal. Bouncing around with just a nickel on its side. Yeah, it's a quarter. Might have something good here. In the plug is the wrong word. Nope. Just a washer. Darn it. Believe it or not, I think I got a musket ball.
Say what?
So I found Civil War artifacts on this beach before. I think I just got a musket ball. Wow.
Well, there you go. That's the perfect example of how depth matters less on the beach. If you care about depth on the beach, the one area I suppose would be the very low wet or the submerged region. But this musket ball proves that even heavy objects like that have been sitting there since the Civil War. I mean, do you take musket balls to the beach? Do you? It's been sitting there since the Civil War. It just got pushed in.
Quarters, this is why metal detectors pay for themselves. Another quarter. Yep, now I'm working my way lower, and still some mid-tones that are left. Some would say that there is a jewelry line. If you find conditions like this, it's going to be closer to the water. So I'm really excited to see what gets uncovered. Piece of rust.
Dog tag.
A dog tag.
So I'm going to narrate for a while, voiceover for a while, because you might hear the audio is a little bit sketchy. I had a clogged, not lens, but opening for the audio, for where the microphone is. But, really at this point, I am in the middle of a patch, and there are coins everywhere, objects everywhere. And this is where you want to be. And this is where you really have to fight to get. And it happens at different points in different places. You know, if you're living in a place like Long Island or New York City, you got a ton of beaches. I get it if you're, local with just one beach, but you gotta move. And we interrupt this narration for breaking news.
All right, we're low at the seashore now. Odd signal, but could be a zinking. Oh!
Sushi. Has been unlocked.
Okay, there's people all around. Keep your composure, dude. Keep your composure, dude. But sushi was just unlocked.
Yeah, so that is number 12 on the year in terms of gold rings. And you might remember my initial goal at the beginning of the year, it was 50. Or supposedly the trash pandas blow up the moon. I don't know if you even remember that plot now. But we're gonna try.
Oh, I like it. Bouncing like crazy. Oh, I do believe we got some Skilva.
Haagen-Dazs has been unlocked.
love.
Gabby, what does this say?
Love.
Love. I found love.
Love.
Blurry love. Love. Love.
This is what I like to see. You're seeing old greenies wash up. This is pre-Bitcoin age. Super deep nickel. More nickels. Oh, look at the green, man. This is where you want to be. More quarters. Okay, I am very excited. Solid 6. Heart stopper. Look at how solid that is. Solid. Uh-oh. No wonder. Aluminum. So far back on the beach, there is a cut. And where this is going to be really valuable to come back to is when the wind blows it down. Late in the year, you get stuff at the high tide line, and the wind will blow the high tide line down. That's when it is bonanza season. A lot of the stuff, it's like we're on a hill right now. It's clumped under, and picture this: there's different layers of depositing, and basically when the wind blows it away, it all consolidates down to one level. So that's when you can have bonanza. Hey, ya, Georgie. Oh snap! What do we have here? What in the world? What in the world is this? Part of a necklace, I believe. Something with this much ice is probably fake. And look at the color back here. But I don't know. Plated, perhaps. Good find. I'm happy with that. This is as good of a gold signal as any. And I better hurry. The tides are coming in. Dig it. And look at what is caught in the side of my scoop. Don't think it's gold, but got an earring.
This is what's left of somebody's pet.
I saw them dump the ashes. I think it was a pet. Yeah, probably a pet. I'm gonna tell myself that.
But thank you to Fluffy, because you just made yourself more useful than my 2 dogs have ever been. For the second time, we had unlocked Taco Bell. This is just a very, very simple copper ring, but a ring is a ring is a ring. Always remember that, and always celebrate with Taco Bell or Arby's. I like Arby's. I like Taco Bell too. You know how I feel.
Fishy, fishy, thingy, thingy. Quarter, go, go, go. Odd signal. I think this is what's left of a zipper. Another quarter. Supposedly I got a 39 ringing up here and deep. Beach tent thingy. Oh, look at this. It's a guitar. That's got to be part of a necklace. It rang up like stainless steel, and I believe that it is. It's not heavy. It's a guitar. Okay, here is something that I'm going to have to take a good look at home. Not sure what it is. Well, this is something that's interesting. Not sure the use, but it seems old. More quarters. Drop the mic. There we go.
Sushi.
is gold 14K right there. There we go. This was a surface find. You know how I was saying the hills? And this has got a ruby in it. Look at that. Look at that. There we go. See the engraving right up there on the top? That's what I'm talking about.
Boom. Shaka laka. Laka shaka. Shaka laka shaka. Oh. 1 gram of 14K. I like it a lot.
It's my worldview that paradise can still be a struggle, and it's all about living at your own terms. If you get too complacent, nothing is going to happen. If you push too hard, well, you're going to have problems. But one thing is for sure, this sure as heck beats sitting on a street with like 30 double buses blocking you. Bad. So even the bad days when you metal detect, they can be a struggle. You can say meh, but it's metal detecting. And I seem to have to constantly remind myself of that.
Well, this is the good stuff. This, well, you probably know by now. I'm filming this before it's been verified. This might be more than plated. This might be the real thing. It looks like an engraving. 14K. There we go. Okay, so we just had a triple gold day. 1, 2, 3, and this one don't think it's gold. Now look at the top. But I am not complaining. It's pretty darn cool. Okay, what a day. Got my coins. There we go.
There's nobody out there with fluffy answers to your problems. None whatsoever. You got to go and you got to fix them yourself. You got to lean on the wonderful people in your life. You have to hold them sacred. You have to be good to them. They help you and you help them. But you have to fix your own problems. And guess what? That's part of the joy of life. Because when you overcome them, it's a beautiful thing. And you're happy about that. And you're proud about that. So, I'm good. You know, I'm ready to fight. That's me. And metal detecting, you know, I kind of have an interesting relationship with it. I definitely do. It keeps me sane. It also drives me nuts. But it's the joyful drive me nuts. So, I hope that makes sense. Hope everybody has a good week. Might upload something Wednesday. If not, next weekend, probably Saturday night. Hope you could join us. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching.